Coach CJ, thanks for the time. We'll start with opening thoughts on the game from each of you and then take questions.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, it's just, this thing is so hard. You know, you go from 4-2 and everything's going well, and now we're 4-5 and looking with our backs to the wall against one of the best teams. But again, another really good effort late in the game. But we can't get off to these starts. Credit to Boston for coming out and taking it to us early and getting an early two-pointer. But, I'm not disappointed in our guys. I'm disappointed in the result. I'm disappointed we didn't play the whole game like we played the fourth quarter. And that's why they played a game, and we're gonna move on to next week and try and get one and see if we can hang in there and play for another week.
Yeah, I mean, to start, a lot of respect for all the guys in our locker room. I love those guys, and we took this game like a playoff game, and it's tough to go down early and try to climb back, but we showed no quit, and from our leaders top down, everyone had that mentality. Even in the second half, we talked about it at halftime, and we tried chipping away. But credit to Boston, they played a great game, and we're just fighting for more time together now. So big one next weekend.
We'll start with questions on Zoom. Kyle?
Yeah, Coach, I know it's a lot of moving parts for you, but, since CJ has come into the lineup, it's kind of been this new puzzle for you to work with. What do you guys have to do to kind of get all of these offensive pieces going? Jake Taylor, a lot of limited touches over the past couple of weeks. What do you have to do to kind of just get everyone more fluid offensively, like you said, and kind of have, moments in games where you play a full game like you played the fourth quarter tonight?
Well, first of all, you guys talk about stats and touches and passes and all that stuff. Bottom line is, if you look at the opportunities we had to put the ball in the back of the net and the opportunities they had to put the ball in the back of the net, other than CJ, they did a better job. And so it's not that intricate. It really isn't. Our offense worked. I thought in that second quarter we took a couple of really ill-advised shots. Again, credit to Boston for getting up and out on us a little bit. And but the name of the game is still putting the ball in the back of the goal, and they did that better than us. I have no problem other than those couple of really ill-advised early shots and then missing the goal a lot. We had ample opportunity to score some twos, ample opportunity to get some goals, and you got to give their goalie a heck of a lot of credit. He played a great game, and it is what it is. It's a simple game. It's just which team puts the ball in the back of the net the most, and they did that tonight.
Mike?
Yeah, for CJ, breakout night for you with 6 points. How have you seen and handled the increase in your workload during your first 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, Coach said it. It's a simple game. I don't try to overthink anything heading into the weekend. And, when you're playing with guys like Michael Sowers, Kieran McCardle, Jack Hanna, you're just trying to play off them. And, I came in a couple weeks ago and tried to find my footing. But, like I said, everyone's just trying to play their game, do whatever it takes to win. And, unfortunately, it didn't happen tonight where we got, success from as a unit as much as we wanted to. But, we're excited to keep getting better and have one more weekend, to bring it all together.
Dan?
Yeah, Coach, given how productive CJ was tonight with 5 goals, playing, at attack for most of the night, would you consider kind of adjusting the skew of his workload to spend more time at attack and less time coming out of the box?
Whenever you guys ask me questions like that, it means that you think we should do that, right? And we're not idiots here. And when you have a guy like CJ, you try your best to put him in situations. He had a broken hand. He came in, after an amazing career, amazing experience in college, and he comes into the pro level, and 6 weeks, 7 weeks into the season, we knew this was going to happen tonight. Maybe not exactly, but this is one of the best players in the world, and you've got to. Denver did the same thing with Jared. With Bernhardt. It's a hard change from college to the pros, and you got to let these guys get their footing. And tonight obviously CJ had a little bit more, energy going for him with his brother covering him and his other brother in the goal, and that's a credit to him. Semantics about where and when and how, what position he plays, it doesn't matter. He is going to and already has earned his touches, as you guys say, and he continues to show what we knew he was all about. And so I'm not disappointed at all in him. I'm not disappointed in how we played him in the first couple of games, and he's right on course for what he's going to be in the future.
Chris?
Yeah, CJ, you mentioned working with guys like Michael and Kieran. Are you able to relay some sort of, advice or updates they've given you to help you, progress as you're getting on the field at this time?
Yeah, the thing that kind of comes to mind is, just give me confidence. When I played attack today, I had a couple opportunities that I think I, could have shot the ball. And, when you have Kieran McCardle in your ear saying, play your game, have some confidence, let it fly next time. The next time I touch the ball, I'm playing with a little more confidence, like I said. So, I've looked up to them for a while. I've been so excited to get back in the lineup and have the opportunity to play with them and learn from them. And now having that opportunity, just trying to take full advantage of it. And, they're giving me the confidence to play my game. And, it's been exciting.
Mike?
Yeah, this one's for Coach. You said in the past that you've lost sleep over the goalie position between Matt DeLuca and Dylan Ward. I was just curious, at halftime, was there any discussion about possibly switching that situation up or switching anything on defense?
Which means you think we should have done that, right? So, listen, last game we switched them, and we got criticized for that. This game we didn't switch them. We get criticized for that. This is not an easy thing for those players. They're both phenomenal young men, and they do their best. And what's most amazing is that they support each other. Going in, we thought that Matt had been more steady throughout the course of the year, and going in, he got the start, and he gave up 3 goals in the second half. I don't know what would have changed the outcome as far as the goal goes. Now, if you said to me, did I think about pulling them early in the game when maybe they got a few in a row? Sure. But you're not going to do that to a young man. Goalies need their confidence. Last game, by the way, just to clear it for the public, that plan didn't happen in the locker room halftime. The guys knew all week long they were going to split, come hell or high water. And so, credit to both of them. Credit to both of them for being as great as they are. Credit to both of them for supporting each other and doing their best. And if I've made a ton of mistakes, obviously, but playing a guessing game with goalies is just that. It's just a guessing game. And so, we had hoped that Matt was going to come out and go 70% or something like that. And, and it wasn't his fault that he had guys, right on top of him early in the game. And so, no, I don't think we didn't think at halftime about switching them.
Kyle?
Yeah, Coach, Kenny Brower was ruled out, pretty close to game time today. Do you have any, just updates on how he's doing? And then Jack DiBenedetto stepped in for him today, obviously. How do you think he, performed on your defense for you guys and just matching the physicality of what the Cannons offense was doing and stepping in for Kenny on short notice?
Yeah, it's a good question. We kind of, Jack lives here in Denver, and Jack's been a great defenseman for me for years, and so he knows what he's doing. We weren't sure with Kenny. He was getting better all week long. In fact, he practiced really hard last night, and then this morning at our shoot around, we wanted to make sure he could go. And you can only play 5 poles in this league, so if you lose one during the game, it's a disaster. And we lost a short stick during the game, which made it hard enough. But Kenny, I asked him to be honest with me, and he was. Hoping that we get a chance to continue our season, and that he'll be 100%. He just didn't feel like he would be 100% for 4 quarters, and I commend him for being honest with us. It's a young man's health is much more important than a lacrosse game.
Questions in the room?
I'm Dre from the Drelax podcast. CJ, this one's for you. So, at one point in the game, you got a goal against both of your brothers, and you got to experience your first Kirsch Bowl. What's it like being part of a lacrosse family?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, having the opportunity to go against Connor and Colin together, was really exciting, and to even joke about it during the week, being like, oh, Connor might get stuck, I might have a matchup, and might have the opportunity to take him and go get a shot off on Colin. It's something that we do every single day, every single week. I've been practicing with them my whole life. The sport has brought us together more than we could ever imagine. It's got us to make relationships outside of the sport where, you're playing against the best players in the world who are also, great individuals and some of our best friends, and to have the opportunity to play against them tonight and, to have that moment and joke about it after was really special. And, I know Colin said he had a piece, but, happy that I had that opportunity.
Any other questions in the room? Thank you both. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Can't slide any more closer to you. Sorry.
Coach Allen, congrats on the win. We'll start with opening thoughts on the game from each of you and then take questions.
Gonna go.
Sure, I'll go. I think we came out great start offensively, defensively. We talked about trying to play a full 48. I think we're close. I don't think we did it, but I think we're close. Got to be smarter, myself included. I think we took some bad penalties there. Kind of let our emotions take the best of us, especially for me. But I think it's a great win. Another, big Eastern Conference win. Kind of keep our hopes alive and moving on to next week now.
Yeah, just super proud on the defensive end, just with the effort and execution of the guys in front, down low, rope unit, going from D to O in transition. Just super proud and happy with the win.
Yeah, same. Kudos to the Waterdogs. They're a tough team, division rival. They bring out the best in us and appreciate that. And just proud of our boys. We're on a 3-game streak, and a lot of people were talking about that. And I'm just proud that we just stuck to who we are in the process. We were playing some good lacrosse, as Asher mentioned but it wasn't complete, and we still have to find that. So it's a good win. Bottom line, it gets us to next week, and we got Redwoods on Fridays and Whip Snakes on Saturdays at the home place in Boston. We can't wait to get there. Hope our fans come out and really show up for that game. I think it's going to be a heck of a weekend for us. But overall, just proud of the team, the effort, the attitude that we had. It was much more like Cannon Lacrosse than we've played most of the games this year.
Start with questions in the room.
Hi, I'm Dre from the Dre Likes podcast. So, congrats on the win tonight. The rest of the season is win out from here to get to playoffs, and facing a team that you guys have had a storied history and rivalry with, whether it's regular season or champ series. Did that give you any extra motivation tonight? And what's the team mentality for the rest of the season?
No extra motivation. They're just the next team in the way. And yeah, we've had some battles, man. They've been great battles, and I just appreciate it. I think that's what this league wants, right? Is a high level of competition, teams that want to go out there and beat each other, and we want to beat them. They want to beat us. Heck, we're not only the one side of that thing. So, but no extra motivation. We just got to play this game as hard as we can, get better, and happen to come on the plus side of this tonight. And then we got to go on the Friday against the Redwoods and play that game and try to clean up some of the stuff and then come on the plus side of that the best we can. And so that's what's in front of us. So I don't know if you guys want to say
Said it all, Coach. Well done.
Thank you, Asher. Appreciate it.
Colin, career best 20 saves. How much of that was you feeling it, and how much of it was the dudes in front of you just making things happen?
100% the guys in front. They really know where I'm most comfortable with the types of shots that I like to see. And I think having that open communication throughout the week with who we're playing against and kind of their location of personnel and where they like to be, I think they executed unbelievably and really gave me majority of the shots that I love to see, and all the credit to them.
And then Asher, as being a Colorado kid, kind of coming back, is it fun playing in front of kind of the hometown fans a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's great to be home. Just on the bus ride over here, we're staying at a hotel 5 minutes from my house. So, just it kind of feels like a high school game again, like riding a bus to DU. And it was really cool. It was just nice to take the moment in and get to see some family and friends after game. And yeah, no, definitely enjoyed it, and it was good to be back.
Questions on Zoom? Sarah?
This question's for any of you, but you guys got the date. What adjustments did you emphasize during the bye week, if any, help set the tone?
I think it was adjustments during the bye week. Yep. Really none, Sarah. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain this unless you've been with us. We have a process, and the process is to continue to try to develop yourself individually and collectively every single day. And our guys believe in the process, and it isn't results oriented. And it sounds crazy, like, well, yeah, everything's about the win and everything's about the game. Well, no, it's not, because if you're just based on that, then you're not developing, and you're not going to continue to try to seek the improvement and maybe be at the level that it takes to potentially win a championship. So we didn't really change anything. We just came away from the Outlaws game knowing that we could have won that game. They were a very talented team. We did a lot of things in that game that were really, really good, and we wanted to focus on those and clean up just typically what we do after every game is clean up some of the stuff that we weren't good at, continue to elevate the things that we are good at, and let's see if we can combine those two for the next week. And we did a little bit more of that this week, but we got work to do, and these guys know it, and I know it, so it's on to the next one, and we'll see if we can clean up some of the mistakes and continue to elevate our play on the good side to go against the Redwoods.
Kyle?
Yeah, for Coach and Asher, if you want to chime in as well. First time that you had Will and Coulter in the lineup together tonight. We talked a little bit earlier in the season about just figuring out that puzzle piece. Seemed like it worked out pretty well for you guys tonight. Can you just talk about what you saw from those two on the field together and their skill sets kind of matching up in this offense? And Asher, what was it like playing with both of them on the field tonight with Marcus as well?
Yeah, no, I think it's just how this league goes. I think we have so many talented guys on the roster that we were just kind of figuring out it. And I think this was a great day for Coulter. I think he's taken the out of the box work as a midi so well, and I think you can't guard him with a short stick, really. That's what his old gig was in college. He tried to get a shorty on him, and then he would dice him up from there and try to make plays. So I think that's to an advantage of us. And then him and Will working together on that lefty wing is lethal. Will's such a good shooter. He's so good off ball. And he's just working extremely hard to get everyone else open. And so it was good to see them kind of connect for one tonight. But it was good to see them both out there. And then obviously always good having one out there. He always gets one when we need it. So it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm just proud of those guys. Coulter, we gave him a week off last week, kind of came into the bye week, and, he was a little nicked up, and we, God bless Willie. He's been through a lot here, and this was something that, we were hoping to get done a little bit earlier, and, he's never flinched during everything he's been through, and Coulter's a great teammate, and I like the way it looked over there, and I think that's going to continue to grow, and it just gives us another presence on that left-handed side. So really proud of both of them for accepting what we're asking them to do and doing it the best that they can for their team. So good stuff.
Chris?
Yeah, Asher had a hat trick tonight and a season high 7 shots. Was that more a product of what the defense was throwing at you, or was more an adjustment on your game there?
Yeah, no, excuse my French. I have to fucking shoot the ball. I think it's like.
Thank you very much.
I've been getting hounded for it all year, and I finally did it. I think it's just a product of I gotta figure it out. I think everyone's banged up and nicked up, and it's kind of been the thing for me as well. But I think we just got to figure that out, and I'm feeling good. And this is it's the right time just to figure out how to hit the net. So we're gonna hopefully progress from here and continue to shoot the ball. So no, but it was good. It's also just working off my teammates. I mean, Matty Campbell draws so much attention. If I do the simple thing and move off ball, I can get some easy dunks like I did tonight, and same with Will and the rest of the guys. So. Just making sure that I'm continuing to be a presence behind the net and doing that stuff, the little stuff that we need, and hopefully we can keep scoring some goals.
Dan?
Yeah, Colin, you've talked tonight a couple of times now about how good the defense was looking in front of you. What do you think the difference was between this game and the first time you played the Waterdogs, where it seemed like you got out to a slower start, or the team defense maybe wasn't as sound last time as it was this time?
I think dictating and committing to the game plan. I think the first time out we were definitely a little hesitant, and they were dictating the pace. And I think tonight we set the tone in terms of just settled 6-on-6 and really executing what Coach O brought this week to the table. So, yeah, I think the dictating and kind of committing to what we spoke about this week were the two differences.
Chris?
Yeah, Colin, when you're in the moment and you're in goal and your brother is shooting against you, do you compartmentalize it where he's just a shooter, or does it always feel like your brother, regardless of the save or letting one in?
It's funny you asked that. I mean, I don't know how many shots I've seen from all of my brothers, from Caden all the way to Connor. So, yeah, I guess, but I'm not really trying to look at the player. I'm more kind of trying to focus on the stick head and the stick. But yeah, I mean, I knew it was when he had the ball, like it was him. So
I was gonna say I'm gonna call BS on that. He knew the whole time. He knew who it was.
You know who that
he knew
is.
exactly who it was.
Yeah. Been shooting on you for his whole life.
Yeah.
Colin, on that note, just a special moment to watch between you, your brothers, and your mom sporting a pretty fantastic jersey. So your thoughts on the jersey, and just take us into that moment.
Yeah, it was really awesome walking out to the game and seeing our mom because she didn't tell us she was coming. I only saw the Cannons part of the jersey, so that was great until after the game. It was split, which was really cool. But yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of battles from high school with Connor and I, and then CJ and Cole playing against each other at Seton Hall and Del Barton, and then throughout college, Lehigh and Cornell battles. Rutgers and Lehigh when Connor and I were at Rutgers and Cole was at Lehigh, and then myself, Rutgers, Cornell. So it's nothing new. We always joke afterwards, just wishing that we were all on the same team. But no, it's been just super grateful to have all four of us play, and hopefully five at this level, and just being able to pick each other's brains and try and level up, and yeah, it's been unbelievable. So very grateful, and tonight was special for sure.
Last question, Joe.
Yeah, question for everyone. Looking ahead to next week in Boston, what excites you most about the opportunity to play in front of that Boston crowd?
I mean, I'll go on this. It's last year was electric. They really, really helped us. I say this all the time. I think we were kind of a little nervous in the first game last year. I think we walked out there and they had this line of people, and we had never seen that before in the pro league. And then there's 5,000 people, and they're all rooting for you. Like that is that, and I think we played nervous. And then I thought the second game we embraced that more, and it really helped us against the Waterdogs in the second game, and it became kind of like, wow, they're our fans, and I don't know, personally I can't wait, and I think playing 2 games in 2 days, you know, for me as a coach is an awesome challenge, and I know these players look forward to it. And I mean, what would you rather be doing? Good Lord, like than playing a game, right, in lacrosse. Like what think of all the things in life that you would have to do, right? We get to do this. So I pray that the Boston fans really, really rally around us. You know, they've been kind of getting on us a little bit for the 3-game losing streak, and we had to settle that. And we're coming home to Boston, and we got some games to play, and we want those guys to be as loud as Boston fans are, and as gritty as Boston fans are, and in our corner as much as Boston fans are. And I know our guys will really appreciate it. So I'm fired up.
Asher, Colin, anything to add?
Sure. I guess. I mean, he said it all. I think.
Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
You're like the coaching staff in the huddles.
I got nothing.
All right, enough.
Yeah,
Can we just go?
We're good. No, I got nothing.
Thank you all. We'll see you in Boston.
Thank you.
Thank you.